Do you think a man without money would make a woman happy?
Yes. Yeah.
How?
It's all about, the cock really, innit? Yeah. I'll be brutally honest.
Of course.
You can be rich by your heart.
I don't mind a poor man. We can build up our fortune together.
It's not women's fault that you can't keep them. Do what you're supposed to do, nigga.
I do believe in marital rape. I do believe that even if it's your boyfriend, he can totally take advantage of you.
There's no way universally women around the world are just incessantly choosing the wrong guy.
I just will not date a broke guy.
Welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get into this.
Stop approaching women you know you cannot afford. You already see the woman's lifestyle. You see how she living.
So if she's already living that lifestyle all on her own, what exactly is the issue?
You know you can't afford it. Now when she asks you for money to upkeep the lifestyle that she's already living.
Wait. What exactly are these women in these scenarios doing? Why would they be asking men for money in the first place? I thought these women were strong and independent and could do things all on their own. And obviously they've been maintaining their lifestyles beforehand. But yet they would ask men for money while they're dating. That's rather giving the impression that some women aren't as strong and independent as they want everyone else to think that they are. It's either that or they just view men as walking ATMs. So which one is it?
You want to get an attitude. Go be with your type. She's not your type.
Right. They should be with their type, shouldn't they? The type of women that actually want a relationship and don't view men as just a means to an end.
The thing that most women don't realize, especially black women, because they feel this way the most. If most of you want a man with money, how is a man going to know you're really for him? That you really care about him? That you're really standing by his side? When times get hard, because, I see it all the time. A man can't pay the bills anymore, and he gets left. How many times have you guys seen it? Let me know down in the comments, because I'm sure you guys see it all the time. So why would men stick around? And she broke it down. Lady J broke it down. She didn't say it directly, but this is why most black women will never get married. This is why. All about the paper. But watch this next video. This video clears it up. This next couple of videos.
Do you think a man without money would make a woman happy?
Yes. Yeah.
How?
It's all about, the cock really, innit? Yeah. I'll be brutally honest.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I love this one here. How about you?
I have to agree with everything she's saying.
Okay. Do you think a man without money can make a woman in a relationship happy?
Yeah, of course. If he's a nice, kind human being, then yeah, of course. Money can't always buy you happiness, right?
Of course, money buys happiness. That means he has no money. That means he's not going to be happy, no?
Well, if he's a nice person and he's kind, then I think that's all that matters, really.
Do you think a man without money can make a woman happy in a relationship?
Yeah, he can, but I think a woman will always look for men that can provide for her.
Okay, how about you?
Of course.
Of course.
You can be rich by your heart.
Can be rich by heart. That's me. How about you?
I don't mind a poor man. We can build up our fortune together.
They are worth materials, but this one here, yeah?
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
You see that she cleaned that up? We can build a fortune together. What are most of them saying in the community? I don't need a man that's going to get there in the future. I don't need a man that can't provide certain things now. I want to meet a man at the finish line. I don't want a man that's starting. And they're saying it's at 20 years old. What are men to do? Check this out.
I just will not date a broke guy because I can afford.
That's wild. That sounds like a contradiction.
What do you mean?
So you don't date for love? Like, I just genuinely love you and we connect.
Yes.
No.
It's not about the pocket.
There's so many rich guys that approach me that I don't love, and I will not be with you.
Oh, okay.
It has. I have to have some sort of feeling. There must be,
But that feeling is like, what if you have a feeling for a broke guy and it's natural, right?
Yeah, I will ignore it.
Wonder you stayed single.
I like I with a like it's crazy because I like a that's not on my level, but then it's like damn, like that mean I ain't gonna get no trips, I ain't gonna get no J, I ain't gonna get no this, I ain't gonna get shit but love and some good words. Like I ain't trying to hear that. I do be trying to hear that sometimes, but it's like damn, like that's all I'm gonna get. It's like now at this point you gotta pick between the luck, the manyan, or you gotta pick between the words, the good nothings.
The words, the good nothings. I love to see that's how you feel. Seriously, that's how you think about me. My only value is doing this. And so many men are saying, I'm not dealing with that. Why? Why does he have to? Men have saw that you go across these waters where there's more women, by the way. There's only, what is it? I give it a good, I say 180, maybe 90 million women in the US because, you know, women are the majority, right? But then you look overseas, it's billions. I think men choose the latter. That's what men are doing.
Men ruin their relationships 9 out of 10 times before that woman go file that goddamn paperwork. We gotta stop lying, dog. Y'all dudes are trash, bro. A lot of y'all men, majority of y'all men, just not compatible with women.
You see, one time, look at him. He didn't look in the camera one time. Watch the whole time. Lying. He's lying to ladies. Watch this. Watch. Pay attention.
You don't love her correctly. You don't provide for her. You don't treat her nice. And then when she leave you, right, after she done forgave you so many times for letting her down, now you want to act like a victim. Oh, she broke up her family. You broke up that family way before she went and filed for divorce.
I can't see your eyes.
She's right to leave you because when y'all got married, you made a promise to
Look at
love
me.
her, provide for her.
Look at me.
Be the man that she needs you to be, and you didn't step up and meet that requirement.
Finally.
So guess what, nigga? You failed. All these divorce. I find it funny when I be hearing all these divorced men giving relationship advice. Y'all are the last men who should be talking when y'all failed your marriage. You failed your wife. You
failed your wife? She left him.
Stop blaming women for leaving you when she's suffering there with you. And she gives you chance after chance again. You make a mistake. She forgives. You cheat. She forgives. You abuse her. She forgives. And when she's finally fed up, right? Because she could have left you on the first time. When she's finally fed up, she leaves. Now you niggas is mad. Oh, the divorce rates are high. Stop mistreating the woman. Stop treating the woman bad. Treat her right. Do what you supposed to do as a man, nigga. Be a man. Then you wouldn't have high divorce rates. Then you wouldn't get left. It's not women's fault that you can't keep them. Do what you supposed to do, nigga.
You can't make this shit up.
Step up.
It's not woman's fault that you can't keep them. Do you know how many ladies are getting divorces because of how they feel? And then, right, they realize, I've seen this time and time again, they realize the new guy isn't providing like the old, like her husband was. Because the new guy's going to say, you're independent, aren't you? You can go work. Things have changed. Your husband was the provider. Then what? What about those situations? What about when women cheat? All right. You can't just throw out a statement saying, oh, you cheated. That's not all men. Men are getting dogged out. You can't do that. You can't talk in that way. But guess what he's doing it for? The money.
TikTok. TikTok indeed.
How do I tell my husband that I am no longer attracted to or in the mood to have sex with him? Okay. And this is a question I get a lot. Okay. I get this question a lot. I think it's really important that we feel we are in safe spaces to have these conversations with our partner. I don't believe that you should just be putting up with it or just, that's part of something that you should just be doing for the sake of your marriage, just so that you can, keep the peace. Every time Okay, and every time that we have sex that we do not want, we are literally traumatizing our body. So the best thing to do is to fully communicate. And if they, have a resistance to that communication, it's really important to navigate that safely, but also to recognize like where that puts you in a position. Okay, I do believe in marital rape. I do believe that even if it's your boyfriend, he can totally take advantage of you because your body is yours, and only you can stake claim in when you are actively.
She said, I believe in marital rape. When, it's wild because I know a guy. He just moved over here. And I think I'm going to reach out to him and see if I can interview him tomorrow for you guys. Because he was in a sexless, eggless marriage for many years. You know what he had? You know what he told me? He said in 4 days, he met his Filipina. And the 17 times he got with her was more times than his whole marriage. I said, no way. No possible way. I couldn't believe it. I said, no way. But yes, that's what's happening. And when I hear things like this, I'll go, oh, way, right? Way. And men are staying in exless marriage to the other guy with the hood on that barely looked in the camera, right? Men stay, and then what? He's not getting any because of her advice and his advice. You see what the problem is? You see why the divorce rate is the way it is? You have people okaying this stuff.
If you do want to stay and you are being held in a container where you have a partner who's actively participating in a very healthy way, it's really important to understand that where is it that you feel disconnect? Is there relationship resentment that you're holding on to? Do you feel unsupported? Do you feel like your body is not being held, or you are not being heard? These are a little things to unpack to find the solution to what.
And look at this word though. Take a look as she talks. You can see them floating around. She's not wearing a bra at all. Pervert. Corn. This is OnlyFans type material she's doing. I had to call it out because that's what I see.
What it's going to take for you to get into that space, but also holding a grace with yourself, because there's a lot of times that we are actively being annoyed or being abandoned or neglected, and that does show up in our sex life. So again, if you're the person that's doing everything and you're not really getting that reciprocated in your energy from your partner, or you guys have had infidelity in your relationship and it's been something that you can't quite get over, these are times to be honest with yourself and to recognize resentment also can live in the body, and it's really important that we look at that when we are having these intimacy issues.
Honestly, I don't really believe that not all men.
Okay, but why?
Because if it wasn't all men, the men preaching not all men would be going after the men that we're talking about, but they're not.
What?
Interesting. I wonder if anyone can guess where this is going.
Because they don't care. Why?
Let's hear it.
Because it's all men. Thank you.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was an excellent example of what is known as circular reasoning. Making a statement and arguing it in such a way that the conclusion that is arrived at is the same as the initial statement that was made.
Exactly!
Actually takes quite a lot of talent to do that. But it's amazing that a person can make so many statements yet ignore so many facts. Starting with the fact that it is not, and it has never been, all men. For without good men to fight against those bad men, then there would be no place in this earth that would be safe for man, woman, or child to actually walk freely and exist on a day-to-day basis. So, if a person is going to make statements, at least include a little bit of truth with them.
Exactly. It makes sense in what you're saying. Because that didn't take much talent talking in circles like that. It just showed she's full of herself. Seriously. That's how I felt. Like you did that and deleted all options. Lady J just broke down the option. They have cops, firemen, a bunch of guys that'll run to your safety if you call them. A bunch of guys keeping your power on. So it's not all men. Because I'll tell you what's happening now. All men are starting to say, I'm not dealing with it anymore. And a lot of you won't realize until it's too late. I'm telling you.
You did not pick the wrong baby daddy, sis.
Interesting. Why say that?
Men are universally, they are hardwired to be losers.
So we're not taking any personal accountability whatsoever on a woman's choice of who she decides to have children with. Is that right? So it's all the men's fault. Am I hearing that correctly?
They are hardwired to be sorry individuals. Like literally that is their default settings.
I can think of something that's more sorry.
There's no way universally women around the world are just incessantly choosing the wrong guy.
Well, actually.
Well, I
Yes,
hate
it
to
is.
break it to some, but it's not all women that are choosing the wrong guy. It's just a lot of the women out there tend to choose the same type of men, and then they want to blame all men for their own personal choices.
In the world that all of us women who don't even know each other, but yet we have a shared experience with men.
It's rather hard to decide who they're generalizing more, men or women.
You know, y'all love that word accountability until it applies to y'all.
Truer words have never been spoken.
You're not crazy. We not crazy. You didn't pick wrong. They just sorry.
It's really unfortunate that a lot of individuals out there actually seem to be allergic to any form of personal accountability.
Sure, Raw. Like, they're not listening to themselves. She's just talking. That's what TikTok has done. She's talking to hear herself talking for the sake of talking. And they do this video after video. And I sit there and watch and go, you don't believe, you can't believe what you're saying. You can't. But I say this, a lot of you don't have common sense. So I'm starting to believe. You really believe this? And most of you are really insane. Seriously. Gotta be insane because you're doing the same thing, going for the same guys over and over again. You want that guy that gives you that spark, that feeling inside. Like you'll be married, just like the other woman said. Oh, don't get with a guy, your husband, if you don't want to. That's your husband. That's your duty. What do you mean? You're supposed to give it up to your husband. It seems what's great is women from other cultures understand that. But a lot of you, with the effinism and being independent, you've gotten ahead of yourselves. It's sad.
A man's job.
And what exactly is the woman's job in this particular relationship scenario? I have seen a lot of women express this very same opinion in regards to, shall we say, the gender roles in relationships. But I see very little expressed in regards to what exactly the women are doing. And the better question is, are they married or are they just dating? Because I have seen some individuals that actually think men should be supporting women while they're dating, and I do not agree with that. But in my opinion, when it comes to successful relationships, relationships are partnerships, and each individual should be contributing equally, if not differently, to the overall success of that relationship. So, if the man is providing all of the financial support, what exactly are the women in those situations doing to contribute to the success of the relationship? I do believe that this is something that should be further discussed.
It should be further discussed. And you know what's sad? It's most of them. And it happens a lot with BWs. They expect a man to pay everything while they acquire more debt, right? It's different if you're getting money and you were staying home or something like that. Or say you're going outside, you're working. It's different if you were stacking money to the side, stacking most of your money, and man was paying the bills, and he had money to fall back on. Great, you're doing a wonderful thing. Most of you are not thinking that way. You're thinking mine's. What's yours is mine's. And that's not good for a man. I saw a man, he just went to a dating event recently. He said it. I don't want to chase anymore. I'm happier being by myself. This is what the games came to. Congratulations.
All right, guys, so I don't know how much you've been following this. If you haven't been following it, it has been literally insane. And I'm like, okay, so this woman is from New York. I just thought it was wild. So in Pakistan, they were like, you need to go. Like, if you guys didn't see, she walked into the hotel and she said, this is the owner. Hi, how are you? This is my team. The team was like literally law enforcement. And the woman said, I'm not the owner. And she said, man, what are you trying to do? And she goes, I'm trying to tell people how great this hotel.
Hi guys, so I have information that Onaja is back in New York,
Ooh.
but I don't have any proof, by the way. So if you do have any images, pictures, please let me know or send them to me. So I'm told that she came back on Friday morning at 2 a.m. So I have a couple of other people who commented on my videos. One person said that their friend was on the same flight as Onaja and landed at JFK on Saturday. They did not say what time on Saturday. Then another person commented saying she is back in New York and that a friend of hers has pictures. There are pictures of her and she came back on Sunday. So, I mean, that's never happened before. I've never had this many comments saying that she is in New York. So now, I wonder if she did come back. And if she did, obviously she would be in hiding before she makes a huge press release. So if I get any more information, I will let you guys know.
Yeah, I'm happy they sent her back because Anijah, last time I heard, she was in Dubai facing 5 years. But you know what I think happened? I think the Dubai authorities took a peek at her TikTok, what she was doing, seen her in Pakistan, and automatically said, this lady is off, right? She is. She's in Pakistan saying she's about to marry her 17-year-old husband, she kept saying, and demanded money. She said, I'm going to fix up this place. It was crazy. The Pakistani people treated her great. She went to Dubai. I talked about it in the last video. Of course, had an attitude, just like a person who's a little off her kilter would act. And she did that in Dubai, got locked up. Then they locked her up and then looked at her, reviewed her social medias, and said, I don't think we should be locking this girl up. And it's a good thing they let her go because that wouldn't have looked good in Dubai. But she's home in New York now, and I haven't seen her yet. So as she said, I'm looking forward to her doing her grand entrance, saying, "Hey guys, I'm back in New York. They try to lock me up in Dubai. Like I want to hear it all."
I'm a very genuine person, I'm loyal, and I'm honest. Regardless of who you end up with, like if you do me wrong, you're gonna remember that. Like I'm gonna be that bitch that you always remember, that female that you always gonna care about because I had a genuine heart. So you gonna sleep around a lot trying to match the love and loyalty I gave you. Niggas don't know what they have until they lose it, and then that's when they wanna come crawling back and I'm sorry baby and flowers and all that. Like I don't give a f more, you should've caught me when I did. Like I said, losing me is gonna be the best karma there is.
That right there was funny, but yeah, guys, like the last girl said, the black girl, that's the attitude you need to have. I'm a good girl. I'm a good woman. When you lose me, you're gonna regret it, and that's how you have to keep moving through life. I'll tell you what. One day, that girl is gonna find the one. She'll have a husband. Why? Her attitude. She does. You can tell she does for a guy. She's not thinking, "Oh, I just want the bag," and that's the kind of girl guys are looking for. And but yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Peace out. See you next video.